This is
Brighton's Finest.
Bringing the artists closer to you.
Juice.
It's been a great couple of months for you and Liima, because you've announced that you were releasing your second LP, 1982, on City Slang, which is an incredible label with the likes of Calexico and Caribou, Lamb Chop, Noga Ares, an awesome place to base your music. And then you were also on tour with Grizzly Bear, nonetheless, in the UK and Europe. So I can imagine at the moment it must be nice just to sit down and put your feet up for a bit, 'cause it's been a bit of a manic couple of months.
We played a show yesterday, and starting tomorrow we have 4 release parties and concerts here in Copenhagen and in Helsinki and 2 in Berlin. So yeah,
Wow.
Today I am taking it easy. But it's great. It's great to be busy, and it feels really good, actually. The record comes out in a few days, and we're all very happy about it. And it's a really nice feeling, to make an album and actually have this collective good feeling about it is special. I think we're all proud and excited, actually.
I bet it must be really exciting. I'm speaking to you days before you put this body of work out to the public. That must be exciting, but also slightly nerve-wracking.
It doesn't feel that nerve-wracking this time because we actually been selling the record on tour before release. The official release is coming right up, but we've already been sharing it with people, and that's great. I'm really happy. As you said, City Slang is an incredible record label, and this was their own idea, actually, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do that. Let's just sell it to people. Yeah. And it's been good so far, but yeah, I do look forward to getting it out there.
So you said that you were having a few release shows. So is that going to be very much champagne popping bottles and a real party, or is it going to be just family and friends?
In Copenhagen, in Copenhagen, I actually ordered a lot of bubbles to be popped. But the band is part Finnish, part Danish. Tatu, the drummer, he lives in Helsinki. Mads and me, we live here in Copenhagen, and Kasper lives in Lisbon. And then there's the Berlin, where City Slang is based, but also where actually Liima was based for many years. Tatu, Mads, Kasper all used to live there. So we can't just have one release party. We need one in Helsinki, one in Copenhagen, one in Berlin, but we also need one in Lisbon, but that didn't work out this time. But that'll be for the 3rd record. We'll have to go there as well. But it's mainly shows and parties, and the decadent one is Copenhagen. So if you want to have a lot of free champagne, come to the one in Copenhagen.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds like you guys are from all over the shop. How did you all come together to form Liima? Did this happen in Berlin?
3 of us in the band have another band called Afterklang. Yeah. And we're childhood friends and have a long history together. And then 5 years ago, we met Tatu. We hired him to play drums in the Afterklang live band and toured with him for a couple of years. And it grew into a really nice friendship, and it grew into this idea that maybe we could one time just experiment with making some music together with him. So it wouldn't just be him playing our songs, but all 4 of us would make something together from scratch. And it happened then that we got this invitation from a chamber music festival, a very open-minded chamber music festival. They sort of invited Afterklang and Tatu to come up. This was in Finland, to come up and spend a week together. They would give us a place to work and instruments, and then we would have to play a show with all new material at the end of this period at their festival.
Wow.
And this was in July 2015, and we just called it Afterklang plus Tatu Runker. It was an amazing experience for us. We wrote 6 songs, and it was really inspiring, and it was very easy for us to write songs together. We played the show, and we listened to it afterwards, and we got really excited in the way that we were like, we should start a band. This is really cool. And actually, we've been copying that working method ever since, because we do live in different cities. So we don't have a space here in Copenhagen or any other place where we usually go to. So for this record, we've been meeting up in London for a week, in Copenhagen for a week, and in Portugal for a week, and in Berlin for a week. It's always the same. We meet up, we have about 5 days or 6, and then at the end, we do this concert where we have to premiere the new songs. And still working. I'll see how far we go.
That's a really exciting way of doing it. It puts a lot of pressure on you guys.
Yeah, but it's also very motivating, and it helps the process a lot, because you can't get too caught up in details. You can't get too caught up in... It's kind of like you instantly know, well, this thing that I want to work on or change, it's not really crucial to making the song work or not. So let's just figure that out later. And then you move on, and it sort of helps you focus on the bigger ideas and the main themes and ideas for a song, and that's really helpful.
Brighton's Finest.
This is Juice.
Did you go into this album, 1982, with an idea? Because the title is, I believe, the year Casper from the band was born.
Yeah, that's true. And it's taken from a song on the album. We didn't go into the process, the songwriting, with a theme in mind or a title in mind. That came after. It's very much based on the working process. It's based on intuition. It's based on improvisation and sort of searching. And it's hard to sort of put words on sometimes what it is exactly we're searching for, or why we suddenly feel this is a direction that is interesting. Let's finish the song like this, or let's try and make more songs in this direction. It's this collective consciousness and energy that constantly changes and also evolves over time as you get further into the album making process. I like the title. I mean, I'm not born in 82, I'm born in 81, but it's okay. All of us, we're all born in those first years of the 80s, and this record is very, I don't know, personally for me when I listen to it, and also when we were finishing it, it feels a lot like there's some nostalgia and there's some looking back, but actually it's mostly about the future and sort of where we're going individually and as a group, and maybe also as a society. That's exciting for me. And you know, when you look forward, you always compare it to the past. So for me, maybe we should call it 2082. I don't know.
But I can totally see that, because certainly in the first track on the album, the title track, which is 1982, it isn't just purely a pastiche for the 80s, even though it is an amazing ballad showcasing how good an 80s song could be. It does comment on a time where the world was changing faster than it had ever been, lots of technology, and how us humans react to that. And I would say that that's a similar thing for now.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we're on the brink of maybe, the AI breakthrough, and without really realizing it, we have all sort of just allowed huge corporations to sneak up on us in every little thing we do online and in our lives through our smartphones and through all our profiles and all the social medias. And that's actually another reason for why I like the title, because it also reminds me a little bit of 1984, Orwell's dystopian book, because I don't think his dystopia was happening in 1984, but I do honestly think, and I'm full of positive vibes, and I look forward to the future, but I'm also really curious and also maybe a bit fearful about what it is exactly we're doing, and if we are all sort of deep into something we can't really see the scope of. And I'm talking about information and privacy and how we sort of, I had a phone call from a friend yesterday, and in the middle of the phone call, we'd been talking for 2 minutes, and suddenly my friend just started repeating what he had been telling to me, and we're like, "Hey man, you already told me this, what's going on?" And a few seconds in, I realized I was hearing a playback of our entire conversation. It freaked me out.
I bet it did. That sounds extremely weird.
Yeah, it's a weird glitch. First like, oh, this is a weird glitch. But then you realize, wait a second, why is it even recorded? And why is it,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is spying on me specifically, but I do think corporations and very big, I don't know what, are spying on all of us. And the big data thing is very interesting to me. Yeah.
It is a very unnerving idea.
The thing to me is kind of like, where, what's the dark side of this? And also, if I can reference another movie from the early 80s, The Terminator, when Skynet becomes aware and is turned on and takes over. I'm a huge Terminator fan, but I don't know if you remember this, but it's basically, the computers and the machines take over, and they can, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we have definitely made it possible.
This is Brighton's Finest.
Bringing the artists closer to you.